The following video contains foul language and things of a sexual connotation. If you are in any way offended by any of these types of things, please do not watch this video. If you don't mind at all, then go right ahead and enjoy.
Lovely to be in the west of England. Thank you. I have been reliably informed there are two things I'm not allowed to do that I normally do. One, I'm not allowed to expose myself, and two, I'm not allowed to say the word cunt. So, I will be moving on with my act swiftly with those things in mind. I have an advantage in comparison to, well, the other half of the English contingent, that tiny ginger-ass punchy wanker, in that he's about that big. He just looks tall because of the suit. But now I have one advantage that my dad's side of the family is in fact from Ireland. We're from Dundalk, so that, yes, that does mean... So you guys are in the IRA as well then? No, really, that's the reason why my Uncle Joe moved to England. So why did Uncle Joe move over suddenly? Well, you know that pub? Oh, okay. But yes, and Ryanair are not nice men. I ended up landing in Belfast, not Dublin, so I had to get the bus from Belfast to Dublin, and one of the stops is Dundalk. And I could just picture my dad's voice in my head when we visited when I was about 13, 14, going, "Can you feel the spirit of your people flowing through your veins?" And I was like, "They don't have Wi-Fi, this is hell." You know, Ireland is the most surreal place in the world. It's like they got a bunch of time travellers from way back in Victorian times and then just shot them forwards into the modern day and then just gave them mobile phones and stuff. It is the only place I have seen a woman in a supermarket going, "Hello! Hello! Hello! I can't hear you!" Just in the middle of an aisle. It's like, and everyone else is just like, "That's grand." But yes, so I am tangentially Irish, but I have a wonderful, wonderful story about someone who desperately wished he was Irish. I used to work in fast food. Gotta love fast food. Yeah, doing nights. And this guy comes in about 2 in the morning, and he's like, "Oh, big on, need a bit of leprechaun, drink the Guinness." He's like, "Hello! I bet you'll never guess where I'm from." Boston, Massachusetts. He's like, "And how the devil over James with the potato and the Guinness? Did you guess that?" I've shat things more Irish than you. "That's unfair. My grandfather's grandfather came from Ireland." Kill yourself. Do it with a shamrock if you have to. But yes. Right, you guys enjoyed the convention? Wonderful. I can honestly say this has been one of the better conventions I've been to this year. Seriously, you guys are a lovely bunch of people. It's been a really, really nice atmosphere. And for the first time this year, I've goffered for less than 20 hours. And it's been glorious. I got to sit down and go to the loo more than once a day. It was magical. But yeah, I will give you a few hints, because the thing is, the Irish convention scene is really young, you know, and you guys seem to have a handle on it, you seem to understand things. But I'll let you in on a few secrets you wouldn't normally get until about your 15th to 20th convention. There's some unwritten rules. Number 1 is learn your fucking limits. You will at some point go, "I can drink that." And then do what has now become infamous for me at KitCon, which is I was walking down the high street in Northampton and I did the traffic cone of vomit trick in front of some winos. And they were like, "I've had days like that." Yep. Second one, very, very important. For the love of God, don't get caught having sex. You'll notice I didn't say don't have sex, I said don't get caught. Because you will end up on 4chan. In fact, at Nom'S, yep, it's just kind of like, do you recognise this girl? Picture of her face. Yes. Refresh. Yeah. Who knew? Yeah, but yes. And third, very, very, very important one is have fun. The problem you get is you get these people who come along to English conventions and they're like, but it's deadly serious, it's the most important country in the world! Why are you talking about my costume like it's not amazing? Chill. They're cartoons. Sorry. Right. Yeah, and I will admit I'm being fairly tame today because I have been asked to not, well, do what I did at Con and say the F word 114 times. And use the phrase prostate balloon animals. In context as well, in context. Yeah. But yes, people often ask me, do you have no shame because you say these things on stage? And the answer is, of course, no. When I was very small, I was very sick. Thank you. I like the delay, by the way. Is he going to tell a dead baby joke? Oh. Thank you. But yeah, and so I was very sick and I had lots of cancer treatment and all this lot that was experimental and it did all kinds of weird things to my body. And I got asked if I would be willing to go to a nurses' conference. I was like, okay. How big? I'm about 12, 13 years old, so you know, there's changes happening and there's hair where there wasn't hair before. So, you know, I'm feeling a bit fragile about the odd self-confidence. I'm like, so how many nurses are going to be here? Oh, don't worry, only about 8 to 10. Okay, cool, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, sure. What do you want me to do? Well, you're going to go up on stage, and then you'll have to strip naked, and then we'll point out, you know, the various things that happen to your body, and we'll explain how the drugs affected you. I'm like, okay, you know, that's cool, that's cool. So I turn on. Turns out it's a national nurses' conference. 8 to 10,000 nurses. So, little 12-year-old me walks on stage, and I am shitting my pants. I was like, and then he literally just goes, right, whip your kecks off. And on that day, my shame died. And I will leave you guys with some advice that I desperately, desperately wish I could go back in time to like the late 80s, early 90s when the anime scene was just kicking off in England and give this advice to everyone in the UK anime scene. Right? Ireland, it has a wonderful, wonderful chance to start something amazing with its convention scene, with its anime fans and that lot. The only thing that will stand in its way is you guys. And the only thing that will help it is you guys. Right? So please, 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 please learn from the mistakes the UK conventions have made. If someone does something a bit silly, don't post on the internet that they are literally Hitler. Okay? No, really, I mean, I have, God damn it. I have done things like, there is a picture of me running, and you know, like the standard, like cactual man running. Right? Someone said it was photoshopped as a joke. And it started a 19-page argument about the use of photoshopping in cosplay photos. And all I was doing was running to the loo. That was it. And they're like, God damn it, people photoshopping my cosplay! So if it happens again, what I'm actually going to do is just get every single cosplay photograph from that convention and then Photoshop huge penises on the heads of everyone. Just massive ones. Right. The other thing is, this will be a little bit down, but I'll tell a joke afterwards. Don't try and find a scapegoat. In the UK anime scene, there's this constant thing of, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? If you did it, go, sorry, I fucked up. Okay? Take it on the chin, improve the improve the Irish anime scene. Ding! Otherwise, you can end up in the situations where I've been living in, where there are people in the UK anime fandom that actually believe that if they were in a lift with me, Hitler, Satan, Stalin, Osama bin Laden, who else? Who? Yeah, Justin Bieber. Actually, yeah, even better. If they were in a lift with me and Justin Bieber, right, and they had a gun with 20 bullets in it, they would shoot me 19 times and then shoot my mum. Don't need that. Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. Bang, 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 bang! Walked to my mum's house. I'm very sorry, Mrs. Coleman, but it's the only way we can be sure. But yes. And also, I will tell you the reason why I know time travel doesn't exist just before I leave. Very, very simple. Because if time travel existed, I would go back to, what was the date? April 21st, 1993. Okay? And I would appear at Walsgrave C&E Primary School, Mrs. Wales class, at about 2:15 p.m. And I'd go, you have no idea what's going to happen to you in 20 minutes. Right, folks. Thank you. You are an absolutely wonderful audience. I can be found on Facebook. Oh, I have a radio show, free advertising. And I accept payment for my awesome jokes in female nudity, alcohol and euros. Please only note though, because the coins can't go on the plane, I'm near my weight limit. Bye, folks.